It's Wisdom Wednesday with growth coach Gina Grebinger and production leader Robert Filial from the Moore Mortgage Group, powered by Annie Mac Home Mortgage. Hello.
Hey, Wisdom Wednesday.
Yes. Let's talk about motivation. So how do you keep the team motivated in this current environment?
What
It's
a great
challenge,
question.
I'm sure.
It's tough. Listen, it's tough out there right now, right? Margin compression's in full swing. It's a bloodbath. Everybody's fighting for every deal. It's tough. So I think there's a couple of key things that are important. I think we have to stay focused on the things that we can control and make sure that we're doing the activities and the actions and putting in the work that we can control to know that those results will come. We talk about that a lot with the team, and being consistent and just doing what we know is right. And if we do that, the business will follow. It'll kind of take care of itself over time. The ones who are going to win in this market are the ones who survive it and have made the habits of the things that you need to do to build the relationships, make the phone ring, bring the deals in the door. Because when this market turns, and it will, everything is cyclic, you're going to be head and shoulders above your competition. So we talk a lot about that. We reframe perception, right? So one of my favorite quotes is perception is 90% of reality. It doesn't matter what's happening in the world. Whatever you perceive in your bubble is your reality. And it's really easy to lose sight of maybe some of the other things that are at play when you're micro-focused on yourself. So we reframe that perspective to reframe the perception. The reality, I think is, especially as LOs, we get into bubbles of this is only me. So sharing articles, sharing stories and examples of other companies, other places, this isn't an only anyone. Everyone's in the same boat, kind of dealing with the same thing right now. If you got a ton of leads because you built relationships, great. Now you're fighting an inventory challenge. You don't have inventory challenges and have a ton of leads, great. Now you're fighting competition because every Joe Schmo lender that used to do refis is in your Kool-Aid trying to steal your deal, right? So everyone's having challenges right now, and just reframing that perception that you're not alone, and this is part of it is important. Reminding people that this is part of it, right? We've enjoyed a great few years. It's been an amazing few years, and frankly, people got lazy and a little bit soft. And now, this is the cyclic nature of our business, and there's a lot of you out there who are newer in this and you haven't experienced this before. This is every 3 to 4, maybe sometimes we get a little bit longer run, but 3 to 4 year kind of thing that happens. It's part of it. It's good actually, because it cleanses some of the riffraff out. It resets the table. This is one of those, it's cliche, but the strong survive. The weak aren't going to remain. And when we come out on the other side of that, those that are still here are in a much better spot. So we talk about that. We focus on strategies and tools and conversations and things that we can do to put us in a position to win. And then we coach to those and hold accountability to those. I'll put my LOs against any LO on the street to win a deal and to help get their buyers in the contract over any other buyers, because they have the tools and they have the scripts and they know what to do and when to say it and how to do it. And so it's coaching through it, leading through it. What a lot of people do, and I've talked to a lot of LOs where they've seen this, they have no direction or leadership or understanding of what's going on even, right? Like as humans, we yearn to know the why behind things, right? So why have my rates risen in the last 60 days, right? And that goes back to that, it's a just me perception thing. Well, this is, my company's just fooling with my pricing. No, your company's not fooling with your pricing. Mortgage-backed securities have lost 400 basis points in the last 60 days, or whatever the number is, right? 7 of the worst 10 days in the last 10 years have happened in 2022. So like it's education, it's sharing that, it's making sure that our team has the tools and resources to be aware of that. So now when you have a conversation with a borrower or a real estate agent or whoever, knowledge is power, and you have the knowledge to say, well, actually, here's the data and here's the evidence, and let me share this with you. Let me tell you why. And oh, by the way, take it a step further, and let's talk about why maybe your rate's not the most important thing to focus on right now. Because in 18 months, we're going to probably be refinancing you anyway, because rates are going to bottom out because of the recession that's pending, right? So that's all of that comes into play, and then it allows you to not focus on the right now, because right now is difficult, right? But we got to grind through right now and do the activities, and when the soon-to-be future comes, we're going to be that much stronger and just ready to excel and separate ourselves from the competition even further. You know, our owner, Joe Pandianco, is one of the smartest guys I know from altogether, but specifically from a financial standpoint. And he said in a meeting a while back that, you know, 2021 and 2020 were, if you think about, you know, like a combat type scenario, 2020 and 2021, you're just running and gunning, you're gaining ground, you're occupying, you're pushing deep into the territory and gaining as much market share as you can. 2022 is very much the year of the hunker down, like you know, we're in place and we don't want to give up any ground. We can just hold what we gained. That's a win. So we talk about that, like right now, just, you know, let's hold what we've gained, still do the activities, because 2023 and 2024, we're probably going to be in a position to run hard and fast again. You know, I think when you know that, like the suck can only last so long, right? So when you know that, and that's your perspective, and you know that the better times are coming, that makes it a little easier to deal with and stay motivated as well. So I rambled a little bit there.
No,
those
good.
are all things that we're doing. You know, but there's still days, there's still days where even I'm like, gosh, what in the world? And then I'll call someone and they'll kick me in the butt, right? So if you don't have someone there that you guys hold each other accountable, you know, 1, 2, 5, 10 people. If you don't have that leadership, you find that you need it, especially in this market today.
Absolutely. Well, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
See you next week.